Is the title of this video clickbait or just an homage to a Casey Neistat video? Am I going to get run over by a train, or is my wife going to kill me for walking on railroad tracks, which unnerves her? Stay tuned after this intro to find out. Also, stay tuned after to hear a crazy Walmart story. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the video. Okay, I am quitting Walmart after 14 years. 14 years, that's practically like a decade and a half. I am, ooh, I heard something moving. Quitting Walmart because I basically got, I'm working in Walmart 14 years. I'm only making $12 an hour. Now they're hiring people at $10 an hour. I started like when they're hiring people at $7 an hour. I've gotten screwed over for money multiple times, at least 4. And just, it's one of those things where I've had my fill. I'm way beyond point of trying to start something new. And it's not all about the money for me. I mean, I know I'm mentioning money and stuff like that, but it's not all about the money for me. If it was, I would have quit a long time ago. But it's not all about the money. And remember that if you're at a job, you want to get somewhere where you can love and enjoy, just the job itself, and it's not that taxing, but on your your mind and soul. But that job, I mean, working at Walmart, it's like there's a complacency to it where you just kind of fit into the mold and stuff like that. And in working 14 years, I only got one good job pin, which I'm not saying I don't need pins to say that I'm doing a good job, because I know I'm doing a good job. It would just be nice to have physical proof that other people saw that as well, other than people just kind of saying, oh wait, he's that guy that works in Frozen all the time, and he's become that Frozen guy that we just always put him in Frozen because he knows what stuff is, and the whole section, like the 2 days that he's not there, falls apart while he's not there because he's the one that just works the hardest and knows the section better. So, of course, in working at a job that's easy, it does attract like super slackers. There have been some super slackers that I have dealt with. Like in dealing with all the people that I've trained, there's only like one person that like I'm really proud of. I want to say he's the CSM now, and I had some part in training him, but it's one of those things where it's like I just got stuck into this. The one good job pin that I got was within the 1 year, right now, of me working in the daytime. The other 13 years, I was overnights. And then, of course, they're getting rid of overnights. So, that's the last part of the how they screwed me over on money part. Now, when I started at Walmart, it was in April 05. And I was there, I want to say, for about 3 years. And then 08 was a very active year for me, because it was 3 years after I had been in a 3-year relationship and broke up, and then like there was 3 years where I was just single, and then after the 3 years of being single, because it was like I was with somebody for 3 years, and I was like, I'm just gonna be single for 3 years. 3 years after that, I was like, all right, I gotta get back into the game and whatnot, and I ended up dating a lady from work. Not really the best idea, but kind of. I mean, you want to get with a girl that has a job, and a girl that gets with you probably want a job too. So got with this girl, got out of the relationship with her, got with another girl, got out of the relationship with her, and got with my wife. All within that 1 year. It's a big time frame, but ended up meeting my wife at Walmart, which is a good thing. She ended up quitting after she took a medical leave because she had her back surgery, and then she just couldn't come back because it was longer. I want to say she was out for like a month, and it was just they just wouldn't hire her back at the same pay and stuff like that, and it was stupidness. But I should be making like $15 an hour, okay? But within the 3 years, after the 3 years, I think it was like 3 or 4. Me and my wife got a house out in Shepherd, and with getting the house out in Shepherd, we went ahead and moved to the Cleveland Walmart. We were at the Cleveland Walmart for about a year, but within that transfer, they're like, all right, well, because of the transfer, you lose 50 cents. Okay, lose 50 cents. It's fine. It's a lower cost of living, so you lose 50 cents. That's what they said. It made sense. I was like, all right, cool. Then I was there for about a year and a half, something like that. From the Cleveland store, we got a new place, and so moved again, which did come in handy is the fact that there's always a Walmart around, so wherever in the world we moved, I was always able to transfer to a Walmart that was close to the house, which saves on gas and yada, yada, yada. But from the Cleveland Walmart, went to the Porter Walmart, and they were like, oh, because we're a high intensity store, we're a high impact store, and we have a lot of business coming through here, we need to have the ability to hire more people, so our differential is different, so you actually get another 50 cents taken off, but we're going to go ahead and put you in frozen, because I mean, before that I was working in chemicals, and overnights, all overnights, and then it's like, all right, well, we'll put you in frozen, that way you only lose 10 cents. Okay. Then that was the first time I was in frozen, and they were cross training me, so they were training me for frozen and dairy at the same time. And then my eval came up, and they're like, well, you don't know the section. I was like, well, I haven't had enough time to. It's like, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a needs improvement, and then in 6 months we'll go ahead and see if you know the section, and if you do, then we'll go ahead and change it, and then you'll get your regular 40-cent raise. Okay. I'm like, if that's the way you want to play it, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Not knowing the wiser, if I had hindsight then, but then the 6 months came up, and they're like, all right, you really know your section. You know your section, or 6 weeks, or whatever the thing was. It doesn't really matter in the storyline, but it's like, all right, well, you know the section now, so we're gonna go ahead and change it. It won't let me change it until your hire date comes up. So I basically got screwed out of a raise for a whole year. Then they started changing the whole thing where it was a certain percentage now, so it's like not 40-cent raise, it's a percentage, everybody gets it all at once, blah 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 blah. We're bringing back merit raises. Never got a merit raise. One time in my lifetime of working there did I get a role model. I mean, I got instead of meets requirements, which sounds basic, and that motivated me to be basic, I'm like, then I'm here till the time runs out, but I'm done. I mean, I can't sit. I'm sitting there, staying, getting the work done, and then you want me to cut off all my hours. I mean, no. I'm keeping my hours. Okay, I can go on about that later. But for right now, where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. I got screwed over on that. Went to the differential there, and then they said, hey, we're dissolving overnight frozen and dairy, so you can either quit, we'll give you time to find another job, or you can go to days. I was like, well, then I guess I'll go to days, and you'll lose $1 when you go to days. I had just got up to making $13 an hour, and then lost $1 and back to 12. So what would I be doing in the daytime? Well, I'd be doing the exact same thing I was doing at night. Just get paid $1 an hour less. Which is frustrating in general. Now, they wanted me to cut hours. At one point, I because my wife and my sister-in-law worked for a school district, the kids, even though they lived in the district of a different school, could go to a different school within the district. So they were going to a different school, and I had to take them to school. So instead of working the 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift of nights, I had to change it so that I came in an hour early and left an hour early. So I was coming in at 9 and leaving at 6. But they still wanted me to get the zone done. I'm like, the zone is what we do in the last hour of the shift, which I leave an hour early before everyone else. Well, during the summer, I could actually stay. So I was getting like an hour over every day. And then they sat there and like, oh, we have to, I'm sitting there in the break room I'm sitting in the personnel office, putting in a thing on there. I want to say I was doing some time or checking my time, checking my online pay stub, whatever I was doing. The boss comes in there and goes, hey, we need you to cut your time. I'm like, you want me, I have 4 hours of overtime. He's like, yeah, just cut that. And there's always, so I had to cut 4 hours of overtime. That's stupid. I mean, if they wanted me to work it, they can't sit there and go, hey, I want you to cut this at the end. Like my brother-in-law, they tried to do that to him, and he sat there and was like, nope, that's not happening to me. Well, then I'm leaving, and then I'm leaving at 7. I was like, well, you're just leaving at 7 and the job's not getting 100% done? Yes, it's getting 100% done. The work itself is a 24-hour business. We are never closed except for one day out of the year, which is Christmas Eve or Christmas or whatever it is. And so the work never stops. So it's not a thing of, hey, you didn't get your job done. Yeah, the job never stops. So you can't say that, where it's, hey, we need you to do this. Hey, I got that done. Hey, you need to do this. Hey, you didn't give me enough time to complete the task. Because of the fact that you won't let me keep any overtime I get. And then, of course, if I stay over 7, it's supposed to be work 2 hours, get a 15-minute break, work 2 hours, get an hour-long lunch, work 2 hours, get a 15-minute break, work 2 hours, go home. Now, if it's work 2 hours and then work 2 more, or work more after that, there's a 15-minute break in there. Sorry, but that's how it is. So why don't you just stay and get it done? Why don't I take my break and then I'll go ahead and do that? Because it's not a thing of, hey, I just want to milk the clock or anything like that. I'm trying to keep my sanity. And it's not one of the things like, the company's not bad. The company is just the company. The company is a building and is a brick and mortar. You know, it's not a living entity. The living entity are the people inside of it. And so it's one of those things where you have managers, and most of the time not a store manager. You don't get to talk to a store manager very often. Store manager will come in and talk to other managers, and you talk to the other managers. And those managers are the ones that are either really motivated to get stuff done and don't give a crap about you, or are actually care and are getting more crap from other places and stuff like that. So it's one of those things like, remember to appreciate the people you have, and remember to not use people, okay? I mean, it's a two-way street, and it's always a two-way street, and it's always going to be a two-way street. It's never a one-way street. So just keep that in mind when you're working, or if you have people working under you, that you need to appreciate them. And then if you're working for somebody, don't use them. If they're appreciating you, don't use these people, because you won't get something that good in other places. I mean, so just be appreciative and stuff like that. And I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to take my pin. I'm going to put it on my backpack. My one pin. And my 2 other pins. Because I got 2 other pins. But they're not good work pins. They're, hey, you've been here 10 years. Hey, you've been here 5-year pins. Display those. That's what I got. That's what I got to show for it. Well, like I said, also kept a roof over me and my family's head for a while. It was enough money. But like I said, I'm not all about the money. I'm an artist. I like paper and pen, and those things are not expensive. You know, I like the computer I have, which I could have saved up for and got. But like with this, with me getting out of this and cashing out my 401k, then I have 2 new starts. Because I start a new job, and then I also get to start a new life with no debt, because the debt is cleared out. So if you've seen some of my other videos, I talk about the debt, and the debt is is big, and it's something that started when we went to Vegas, and it was one of those things where it's like you get all these, you're like, hey, my credit's good, I get credit cards, I get all this stuff, and I'm buying all these things and all this stuff like that. Oh, it's so awesome. Wait, what's all this dirt around me? Holy crap, I'm in a hole! And before you know it, you're in this hole, and you're trying to get out of it. So this is something to get us out of it, and then get us just a whole bunch of new starts. So we got the new house and everything, so yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that like button. You want to see less videos like this, go ahead and hit that dislike button. If you want to go ahead and leave a comment, if you can. I don't know if they're still blocked, but do that too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you more. Yeah, later. Enjoy. Oh yeah, best day and best wishes to you and yours. Yeah. At least I didn't get run over by a train. There was that one time where I almost got ran over by one of those cars. They're on the tracks. But luckily, I haven't got run over by a train. And I'll probably get scolded later when my wife sees this video. But I was being safe, baby. Okay, I was looking both ways all the time. You saw me looking both ways and hearing stuff. I don't got headphones. If you're walking on railroad tracks, don't ever wear headphones. That's just asking for it, okay? My father-in-law has a joke. It's like one of his favorite jokes where he sits there and he's like, there was a guy and there was a flood. He was in a flood. He was like, the water got up all the way to the guy's roof, and he's like, oh, he's sitting on his roof, and he's like, it's okay, my Lord's gonna save me. My Lord is gonna save me. It's okay, it's all right, it's okay. My Lord's gonna save me. And then like a boat comes by and goes, hey dude, you wanna go ahead and jump in here, man? The water's getting higher. He's like, it's okay. The Lord's gonna save me. My Lord, my God's got me. So it's cool. And the guy's like, okay, whatever. He drives off. And then like later on, another boat comes by and he's like, hey man, you better jump in here, man. This water's getting high. I don't want you to die or nothing like that. And the guy's like, it's whatever, man. My Lord has got me. My God has got me covered. He's like, okay, man. And he's there, drives off. Another boat comes and he's like, hey man, jump in this boat right now. I'm telling you right now, jump in this boat. And the guy's like, nope, my Lord has got me. My God has got me covered. Yeah. And then he's like, okay, all right. And his sister drives off the boat. The water keeps on coming, and right when you think the water is about to just cover him up and kill him, it does, okay? It covers him up, it kills him, and then he goes to heaven, and he sees God, and he goes, God, why didn't you get me covered? And God says, I sent you 3 boats. So see what you got, appreciate what you have. Miracles are not, covered in angel wings and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just, somebody giving you a cookie. You just gotta say thank you and take it. There was one time, like, I worked overnights a lot, and you see a lot of, so there's more than few people that came in overnights that were odd. I know, I want to say at the Porter store, they had a guy that came in there dressed up like Elvis all the time. And then there was, like a few times where it was like, a few couples come in there and they're like just staring at the ice cream aisle, and I'm like, need any help? They're like, everything looks delicious. I'm like, maybe you should buy one of each. But then there was one time where a guy came in, older guy, had to be like 45, maybe 50, probably 50. He came on the aisle. That me and my buddy that I was working with overnight, we were stocking the ice cream and the ice cream aisle, and then he comes on there. He's like, "Where's sherbet?" And I'm like, "We have sherbet here." I was gonna say Bluebell has some sherbet and stuff like that. And I point him out. He's like, "Oh, cool." He's looking at it. I go back to the pallet and I grab a box to go work the box. I want to say it was a box of cheesecake. And I walk up, and the box goes like directly parallel to where this guy's standing on the opposite side of the aisle. So he's on one side of the aisle, I'm on the other side of the aisle. I put the box on the ground and notice that this guy has no pants on. I'm like, okay. And so I put the box down and just kind of walk back to the other side of the aisle. And the other guy I'm working with, he's over on that other side too, and we're both just working on that side. Then the guy leaves the aisle, and the dude I'm working with, he's like, did that guy have no pants on? I'm like, I don't think he had any pants on. It's like, did he have any underwear on? It's like, I don't know. I didn't look. I wasn't checking that out or nothing like that. And it ended up that all he had on was a wife beater and a Speedo, and was looking for Sherbert in the middle of the night. So that was a weird one. There's a whole bunch of other ones. You know, guys looking down, like there was a guy that had a floating bait box in hand and was like, when do y'all stop serving alcohol? I was like, well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning now, and we stopped serving it at 12. So yeah, we don't have any right now. And then there was, I used to have groupies. Like when the first Walmart that I worked at, which was the Tascasita, I had groupies, like no kidding groupies. And it was like people that I did not know outside of work, and they were customers. They came to work. Now I'm working nights. They came in there, these 2 girls, and then they like just hung out on my aisle and sat there, and they had bought like a thing of Oreos, and they just came and sat on my aisle and talked to me as I'm sitting there working. And of course, you know, managers, you know, eventually came by. I was like, well, you better get to work. I'm like, I'm working. I can actually work and talk, especially doing the Walmart job, because it's super easy. And I can sit there and move boxes as long as they're not in my way. And I can sit there and move boxes and work and do that and carry on a conversation. I've learned that there's other people that can't do that. And then I end up talking to them, and then they'll totally stop what they're doing to hear. I'm like, no. I'm just making small talk. Just keep on working. So I want to say they came in there one time with their boyfriends and stuff like that, and I guess some other friends, and they came down and they're like, hey, I think that guy's trying to shoplift. I was like, what guy? He's like, look, come here. They come in the aisle, and there's like the action alley is the main walkway, and they go, they're right there. I was like, I can't see him. And they go, hey, shoplifter! And everybody turns except for one guy's head just goes, and I was like, oh, there, I see him. Yeah, a lot of wild times, a lot of fun, but time to start a new chapter. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you watched all the way to here, thank you so much. If you liked hearing me ramble off, subscribe. I do this from time to time. These are the talkies. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the dislike if you don't like it. Just thank you so much for watching. Later. Also, stay tuned for a crazy story. Crazy Walmart story. Let me do that again. Also, stay tuned after to hear a crazy Walmart story. That was better.